Hello student, already we have completed a lot of portion of our syllabus, but still some students are getting problem and they request me to uh, discuss about this syllabus. So we have already completed our majority of portion, and now we are going to discuss that particular points. But before going to discuss the topic related in syllabus, we just go through the syllabus review. What are the inclusions of this new syllabus for BSc first year student? That all we are going to discuss in this today's lecture. So we know very well that the syllabus for the BSc first year in 2022-23 is revised for the new student, and for old student, that means for the second year and third year student, the old syllabus is running on. So this new syllabus, which is designed for the 2022-23 for the first year, we are going to discuss this in accordance to the second semester. Now when we talk about BSc first year and the student of second year, this is nothing but the first page which is available on website for the syllabus. Now here the table that shows the grades which is obtained by the student according to their marks or marks obtained and having the grade. Say for example, the grade more than 80 or 80%, we can say it is given the grade as a O grade, and that is the outstanding grade, and it will having the grade point that is 10. So this will be the points or grade points which is available on the mark sheet of the first year student. Likewise, so suppose one student will achieve or get the A plus as a result, so he got or he or she got the 70 to 90 79% of the their marks, and it is having the 9 grade points. So this is nothing but the grade point which is obtained by the student. Along with that, here you can see the classification of the marks obtained. Say for example, first class with distinction, it is having the marks or overall letter grade, that is A plus. Then the first class is having the overall letter grade as of A. Then higher second class, that is B plus. Then second class B, and only if the student will pass on boundary with a very low percentage or low marks, it will considered as C, or it is also written on that particular mark list as a P. So C and P is there. So this is nothing but the overall the grading system which is available on the mark sheet of the student. So you can observe this while you will get your result. Now moving to the next part, that is nothing but the marking scheme which is given by the university. For the first year, this is nothing but the semester 1 which we already discussed in last semester, and here we are going to take a look. So for example, here the course code for a botany is given as about 111, that is 111 and 112. These are nothing but the two different theory papers which is available for the student. The first theory is diversity of cryptogams 1 and morphology of angiosperm, which we have discussed in last semester, which we have gone through this particular paper. So this paper is over now, and we have done this particular portion. Now the credits which is given to this particular subject is 2 credits for first paper and 2 credits for second paper. It is having 50 marks and 50 marks. So 50 marks is there. Now this is CI, that is the class internal assessment. It is assignment. It is having 10 marks and 10 marks. So total 20 marks for each semester for each subject is having the internal marks. So say for example, for the botany, we can say that 20 marks is there for the internal. Then there will be a 40 marks for the paper which we are going to call as a theory paper, and minimum and maximum marks is 20 marks for the passing. So this is nothing but the total grading system which is given for the first semester. Along with these 2 theory paper, there is a lab course, that is practical 1, and along with that practical 1, so this practical is based on these 2. 1 and 2 पेपर द प्रॅक्टिकल इज बेस्ड. या 2 पेपरवर थेरी पेपरवर हा प्रॅक्टिकल आहे आणि याला 1.5 ग्रेडिंग आहे. सो इट इज हॅव्हिंग 1.5 क्रेडिट which is also having the 50 marks. Again here you can see there is a internal marks, 10 marks is given for this particular practical also, and then 40 marks is for the performance of that particular practical examination. Along with that, communication skill you have already done, Marathi, Hindi second language you have given, and this is nothing but the total scenario for the semester 1. You can see the total credits is 11.5, having the marks of 250, and grading internal assessment is for 50 marks. म्हणजे साध्या भाषेत सांगायचं तर मागच्या सेमिस्टरमध्ये तुम्ही इंटरनल असेसमेंटचे बरेच मेथड फॉलो केल्या, त्या कॉलेजनी किंवा डिपार्टमेंटनी वेगवेगळ्या मेथड्स तुमच्याकडनं करून घेतल्या, त्यासाठी तुम्हाला 50 मार्क्स हे अलोकेट केले जाते. सो 50 मार्क्स इज अलोकेटेड फॉर द इंटरनल असेसमेंट. So this is nothing but the semester 1 which we have already discussed in last semester. Now moving to the present scenario, that is nothing but the semester 2. Now in semester 2 we have already started the botany 211, that is diversity of cryptogams 2, that is second paper of the cryptogams, second part of the cryptogams we can see, and botany 212, that is histology, anatomy and embryology. It is also the theory paper. So these are the theory paper 1 and 2 for the semester second. Second semester is having these 2 theory papers. Again it is having the 2 credit and 2 credit for the theory paper. Same thing, 50 marks, 50 mark is there. From this 50 mark, 10 mark is for internal assessment and 40 mark is for the theory paper. Along with this, now here you can see there is a presence of or you can observe that here the lab course 2 is given, that is based on 211 and based on 212. So on these 2 theory there is again 1 practical which is having the 50 marks, then 10 marks for internal and 40 marks for practical performance in a examination. So this is nothing but the total scenario of the theory and practical. Along with this you can see again there is a presence of communication skill in English. So this is the paper, that is the theory paper, and along with that you can also again see the second language is there, SL is there. You can whatever you have opted for the examination, you have to give that particular second language. Now along with this, in this semester you have to perform the Constitution of India, or you have to go for the Constitution of India, which is having the 50 marks. Again there will be a 10 marks for internal assessment and 40 marks for the theory. Along with that, again you can observe over here that there will be a compulsory computer course. This paper is again here included in your syllabus. This is also having 2 credits, 50 marks, 10 marks for internal and 40 marks for the theory examination. So this overall the course is there, that is semester 2, which is having the 15.5 credit. In last semester we have gone through 11.5 credits. Here 15.5 credit is there. 250 marks is there again, and 50 marks for the internal assessment is given. So this is nothing but the total part related to second semester. So for first semester and second semester overall same thing is there, but just a change is there. Here you can see the Constitution of India and compulsory computer course. These 2 core papers are included in your syllabus for the examination. Now what is internal assessment, that CIA you have gone through. So continuous internal assessment, that is CIA is there, which is having 50 marks. So overall 50 marks for botany. Suppose we are talking about the subject botany. In botany total 50 marks are there. These 50 marks are nothing but the CIA, continuous internal assessment is there. So for internal assessment what we do, so continuous internal assessment, that is nothing but the 10 marks for each paper, that is theory paper. Suppose we are talking about diversity of cryptograms 2 second paper, you can see there will be an inclusion of 10 marks. Now these 10 marks you can obtain. by performing internal test. Obviously in last semester you have gone through the 2 tests, so that test is having the 5 marks. So each test is having suppose of 5 marks, then marks 2 for internal test, 5 marks, okay, and average of the 2 tests will be considered. 2 tests you have to give, and from that 2 tests you will get average marks from that particular 2 tests. Along with that you have to get 5 marks for assignment or tutorial. Whatever the assignment, whatever the tutorial is given by that particular department, you have to submit that tutorial, you have to complete that assignment, and after completing assignment you will get the 5 marks. So 5 marks for test, that is 2 tests, and 5 marks for the assignment or tutorial. So likewise 10 marks you will get for one paper. So likewise in this semester for botany subject we can say 50 marks is there. So you have to submit this all things related to that particular subject. साध्या भाषेत सांगायचं तर या सेमिस्टरमध्ये तुम्हाला 50 मार्काचा इंटरनल असेसमेंट आहे, दॅट इज CIA, कंटिन्युअस इंटरनल असेसमेंट आहे. त्या कंटिन्युअस इंटरनल मध्ये 5 मार्काच्या 2 टेस्ट, एक ऑलरेडी आपण एक टेस्ट कंप्लीट केली आहे, दुसरी टेस्ट आता आपल्या एका डायव्हर्सिटी ऑफ क्रिप्टोग्राम्स साठी दुसरी टेस्ट आपण देणार आहे. सो 2 टेस्ट इज देअर. हाऊ मच यू ऑब्टेन फ्रॉम दॅट ॲव्हरेज मार्क्स इज कन्सिडर्ड. त्या दिलेल्या मार्क्स मधले ॲव्हरेज मार्क्स जे असतील ते मार्क्स तुमचे इथे कन्सिडर होणार आहेत. याच्यासोबतच मागच्या सेमिस्टरमध्ये जसे तुम्ही असाइनमेंट आणि ट्युटोरियल सबमिट केल्या होत्या, सेम थिंग you have to do for the diversity of cryptogram and other paper. You have to give that same thing. So the total 50 marks you will get after completing this criteria, that is continuous internal assessment. Now for continuous internal assessment of practical, this is nothing but the theory part. Now talking about the practical, you will get 10 marks. Say for example diversity of cryptograms is there, so you will get 10 marks for that particular, which is having a record book, and along with the record book you have to do for the submission of the collection, whatever the collection we have done during the excursion, during the tours. आपण जेव्हा फिरायला गेलो होतो त्यावेळेला काही कलेक्शन तुम्ही केलं असेल तर असं कलेक्शन किंवा अजून काही सबमिशन असेल, से फॉर एक्झाम्पल फील्ड सर्वे रिपोर्ट or project report or anything you are going to excursion report you are going to submit, for that you will get the 10 marks along with the record book. So it is compulsory to keep the record book very neat, tidy and certified, then only you will get the marks for the record book. Along with marks you have to do some submission like a collection, field survey, project report, excursion report, and along with that again the viva OC is there. आपण मराठीत तोंडी परीक्षा म्हणतो. सो वायवा ओसी इज देअर. सो यू हॅव टू कम्प्लीट दिस क्रायटेरिया टू गेट दी 10 मार्क्स फॉर दी प्रॅक्टिकल. सो 40 मार्क्स फॉर दी प्रॅक्टिकल एक्झाम अँड 10 मार्क्स फॉर दी इंटरनल असेसमेंट ऑफ दी प्रॅक्टिकल. सो दिस इज नथिंग बट अ टोटल 50 मार्क्स फॉर दी सब्जेक्ट. So practical exam is annual exam. So for semester 1 and for semester 2, for both these semester you have to give this exam annually, means in coming March April month you have to give this particular test and you have to achieve that particular marks. So this is nothing but the marking system or marking scheme for the internal assessment, then theory paper, and along with that the all things we have discussed here. Now how the theory paper, this part already we have discussed, but still we are going to discuss this part. So for example for botany 211, that is diversity of cryptograms paper 2. So how the question paper will be there. So the unit number 1 is there. Sorry, this is nothing but the syllabus of the diversity of cryptograms. We have already discussed this syllabus, that is unit 1, unit 2 and unit 3. 3 units are included. This unit 1 is having the inclusion of all bryophytes. So we have already discussed the bryophytes, that Markensia we discussed, Funaria we discussed, Anthoceros we have done in our theory classes. So the unit number 1 is totally related to bryophytes. Unit number 2 is totally related to pteridophytes. So the pteridophyte which we already discussed in our theory classes. So bryophytes, pteridophyte, and the unit number 3 is there. That third part of this particular unit number 3, you can say it is having the continuous internal assessment. So we have to do the internal assessment also, and this is nothing but the unit number 3. It is having the 5 lectures. So in a 5 lectures we have to complete these internal assessment, that is tutorial, assignment, and the different material and matters we have to do in this particular unit number 3. So unit number 1 is most important, unit number 2 is most important, bryophytes and pteridophytes is included in unit number 1 and 2, and unit number 3 is nothing but the internal assessment. Now this is nothing but the practicals which is based on the lab course 211. So in this particular practical we have done much of this part, that is bryophytes we have discussed in our practical, that is the temporary mounting of the Markinsia, Anthoceros, Funaria. Then the permanent slide we have gone through. Then we have seen some chart, models, some photographs we have also seen in this particular practical. So this is nothing but the practical based on 2 papers of the semester 2. Semester 2 च्या जे 2 पेपर आहेत 211 आणि 212 नंबरचे, त्या पेपरवरचेच प्रॅक्टिकल तुम्हाला इथे दिसेल. सो दिस इज नथिंग बट टोटल 17 practicals which is included in your syllabus. Now how the theory exam is going to be conducted for the diversity of cryptograms. Question number 1 is long answer type question which is having 10 mark and which is based on unit number 1. युनिट नंबर 1 जो आहे त्या युनिट नंबर 1 वरच आपल्याला हा पहिला प्रश्न असेल आणि याच्यामधले 10 मार्क्स तुम्हाला तिथे असतील. अलॉंग विथ दॅट यू कॅन सी हियर फॉर दिस क्वेश्चन नंबर 1 or is there, you can write this question or you can write this short answer and this short answer. So this short answer A and B is also having the 10 marks. So either you can write this or you can go for this. Now question number 2 is there, that is again the long answer question, and for this long answer question there is or, you can write A and B both you have to write, and you can see the 10 mark is there for the question number 2. So question number 1, question number 2, and question number 3 you have to write a short note on any two or from the 3 you have to give answer for the 2 only, and you will get again the 10 marks. Obviously 10 and 10, 30 marks is there. And last one is the question number 4, that is 10 MCQ is given and it is having 1 MCQ is having 1 mark each. So total paper is for 40 marks. So that is nothing but the theory paper of the diversity of cryptograms 2. The same thing is there for the second paper. हा diversity of cryptograms चा जरी असला तरी सेम पेपर तुम्हाला दुसरा जो तुमचा पेपर आहे बॉटनीचा द 212 नंबरचा, त्याला सुद्धा सेम पेपर पॅटर्न आहे. सो हियर वी स्टॉप विथ द डिस्कशन ऑफ द सिलेबस रिव्ह्यू. होप यू ऑल गॉट द very much information related to syllabus of the diversity of cryptograms 2 of the second semester. If you have any query, you can contact me, you can discuss with me. So thank you.